Welcome to the Verify Pipeline Execution 14.7 Kickoff. My name is jheimbuck, Product Manager for the Pipeline Execution Group here at Gitlab. As a reminder, this group is responsible for Gitlab CI, such as pipelines, pipeline processing, as well as the category merge trains. I'm joined today by the Pipeline Execution Product Designer, Vitika. And in 14.7, we're focused on CI minute visibility and the CI minute metering for OSS projects. That will also help us mitigate pipeline abuse by crypto miners. You'll find a link to the 14.7 kickoff page with links to these items and the Verify Stage Direction page with discussion of our future work in the comments below the video. You can always reach me at jheimbuck@gitlab.com or through comments on items with the group pipeline execution label in the GitLab project. So I'm sharing our planning issue already and wanted to talk through a little bit the key features that we're going to be working on, or some of the issues we'll be working on. First is hardening the CI limit for pipeline projects. And we've talked about this issue previously, and it's something that we've been working on to implement the new limits to further mitigate crypto mining abuse and ensure that reliability of the SaaS platform for OSS users stays as rock solid as possible. Another issue in that same vein is separating open source projects and standard free projects, their cost factors between those. That's going to better enable us to serve those OSS projects and their maintainers by providing a higher limit of minutes than on just a free project on gitlab.com. Another top focus for us during this milestone is going to be to further explore use cases for the CI job token through customer interviews. And if you're currently utilizing that token or running into limitations with it, I would be happy to chat with you about those problems that you're running into. You can open a discussion in the issue that I'll link in the video, in the comments below the video, or you can always email me at jheimbuck@gitlab.com. And Vitika is also working on some interesting work related to items around merge train usability and some of our token security related features that we talked about. So I'll hand it over to Vitika.
Thanks, James. So keeping in mind that we have holiday season upon us, I have set less ambitious goals for myself for this milestone, and impactful nonetheless. All right, so the items that I would be focusing on for this particular milestone are, just give me a moment to open my links for you. All right, I'm ready to share my screen. There you go. Yeah. The first one is regular merge button shows up when merge stream is enabled and pipeline for merge request is waiting on a manual action. It's an odd behavior that when these settings are enabled and the merge request is waiting on a manual action, the merge widget shows just merge button. Instead, what it should be showing is start and or add to merge stream, depending on what the situation with the merge train is. So that's what we're going to be fixing using this through this issue. The next one is enable a CI token permission flow for bots to work across .com and other shared instance securely. So we are trying to work on a workflow such that products would be able to give access to specific bot users. And we want to make sure that this whole flow keeps it like we do this, keeping in mind that the security of the project is intact, such that any other project should not be able to access a different project's token using this bot. So another impact that this work is going to have is on the workflow for a feature which was to secure CI job token at project level, something that we had very recently introduced. But we'll keep in mind that whatever solution we come up with, we do not disrupt like the existing settings for users. Instead, we build on top of that. Another one is add filters and search on jobs page for status and job name. So this is something that was desired for a very long time, and we finally have the bandwidth to work on this. So on the pipeline index page, we provide a bunch of filters using which you can search for a given pipeline. We want to bring in a similar functionality on the jobs index page as well. And we would obviously not replicate the entire experience, but we will take into account the context here. The last one is, it says cannot create merge request pipeline if no pipeline ever ran. So what happens here is if a project has merge request pipeline configured, but for some reason, it could be just any reason that the merge request pipeline was not started. There is no manual way that we provide to users today so that they could just go and create a new pipeline. So solution that we are proposing, the tentative solution that we're proposing here is we would show a run pipeline button to users if in case this situation happens. But there would also be certain situations where we would not surface the button, which is, let's say, if there is no configuration, pipeline configuration that exists for that project. And in case there is no pipeline which is configured for that particular branch on which this change is happening. And that is all from my side. Back to you, James.
Thank you, Vitika. I'm really excited that even while we're continuing to work on some of these really hard back-end type problems that don't have a lot of user visibility, that we're able to work on these types of issues that really reduce friction in the workflow for users who are trying to utilize GitLab CI. It's really exciting. So we're so excited for GitLab 14.7 to come out. If any of these issues are interesting to you, feel free to give us a tag in any of those issues. Thanks.